Did you ever have that rule in school, no hat, no play? This guy brought his hat and he can play as long as he likes. Greetings and welcome back once again to XekeLand, where we are descending in my awesome elevator. I'm quite happy with this, really, if you couldn't tell. Today I need to work on getting Surge Monkey's floor up and running. And for that, I'm going to need industrial craft. I'm going to have to go a fair way up the tech tree from where I am, because at the moment I've got macerators. And I think I want to colour these first. I didn't bring a colour with me. How typical. Okay, the idea is to basically create an industrial park where I put all of the industrial craft machines in that I think I might need at some point. Now, mainly the biggest thing that I want is, see, I got these ender pouches for my smelting, where I smelt something and then I get it back. I don't have anything like that for macerating. So I want to make one of the buildings dedicated to macerating, and the other thing that it will do, other than just macerate what I want and send it back to me. Why am I going all the way up here? If we clear all of this... Alright, so I'm going to need a bunch of machine blocks, but that's not what I'm talking about. Yeah, these carbon plates that I'm going to need. Those are made from raw carbon mesh, which are made from raw carbon fiber, which comes from coal dust. If we turn off input. And coal dust comes from macerating coal. Coal itself has two uses. And this only shows me one of them. No, we want input. There we go. See, I can use charcoal here, so I don't need coal for fire charges. I can use charcoal for torches. I can't use charcoal to make creosote oil. And I can't use charcoal to make coal dust. So essentially coal has these two uses for me. And one of them is being macerated, and the other is being cooked in the coke oven. So what I'm going to set up somewhere eventually is a sorting system to sort half of my coal to be macerated into dust, and the other half goes to become coal coke to give me creosote oil. And anything else that I need coal for, I can use charcoal for. And the cat heard me talking and he thinks it's food time. Okay, industrial park. I think we need a black one. Oh, I'm gonna have to kill more squid. And let's see here. Let's go with brown. Ooh, that is a lot of cocoa. Glad to see that my cocoa farm works really well. Alright, so I'm going to set the ender chest up first so I can start filling up with the charcoal on the black level. And I only grabbed enough to do one ender chest, so I'm going to have to go up and do that. And I think I'm going to be making these buildings, initially at least, out of these stone blocks. I think I want to use some NCM concrete, actually. So let's get in here and just have a look. MCM stone 2, I think, is the one I want, which is cooking stone 1. But stone 1 is clay and gravel. Okay. A friend of mine by the name of Lord Bayer feels that Bazza here deserves a proper introduction. This here is Bazza, and he's a chicken that decided to move into my staircase many episodes ago. So there you go. World meet Bazza, Bazza, world. And every now and then, he gives me an egg. Alrighty, back over to Industrial Park, which is going here. The first thing I think I might want to do is actually build, as you can see by this tunnel, a railway. Because I am lazy and don't want to have to run along this path every time I need to get back to storage. So what I've done before coming over here is actually all put away in here. Do I need the green one? No, I don't need the green one because the bricks are all here. I made them. Alright, we have a very basic power station thing. I do need the green one. I knew there was a reason. And it's not the green one, it's the blue one. I need the blue one. Because we need the thermopile, and we need at least one battery box. And the cable. Actually, we do need the green one because it's got the tube in it. Alright, so this is going to be the start of the power station. It's going to be rather small to begin with, but I'll expand it later on. And I kind of want it to be sort of central, so the idea behind having all of these blocks is to just block out where things will be. I think I might actually want maybe a bit of a front path, like maybe a front yard for the train station, minecart station thing. I don't know, but it's going to have to come along here. Because at the moment the railway will come up here. And then you're kind of stuck, because that's where the brick is going to go. So yeah, I'm going to have to move that back a bit. And seeing as I have to move it anyway, we'll put it across here. Now, you'll be coming out here. So the ramp will be there, you come out here, you stop about there somewhere. And then when you're sitting here in the cart ready to go, where do I put the button that you press to get going? If I put it right in front here, that'll be on a block, and then how do I get it over here? I don't know, maybe I'll put it on this side. Or maybe I'll do that little loop thing where it comes out and around, and then you won't be sitting on the button and you can still press it there. Alright, we'll make this one the door. And that'll do. This one doesn't have to be overly large. Okay. Don't want to fall down there. And that's the track. Now I've got plenty of spare rail track bits and pieces. I just left them all behind. Because I emptied out the bag that they were in. There we go. Actually, I'll take that out as well. Cool. Alright, so this is the train station. And as with every train station, there is a nearby bed down there. I can put a bit of a thing here. I'm going to have to redo this. I've never actually liked this. But Frankie's kind of okay with it, so I left it. But I'm going to change it soon. Same with this building. This needs a revamp, seeing as I'm working on this area anyway. And maybe even that one. I might put the basalt brick paver things along the bottom there. Anyway, this side here. How much space do I have? Looking at the mini-map, I've got the better part of 9 chunks. So I could put the power station actually all the way back here in the middle of this chunk. Here somewhere. I just wanted to put them down. Anyway, so if I put it here somewhere, it'll be in a rather central position to power all the other buildings that I want. Now I'm not going to be making this nice and compact. I know that I can fit most of these buildings into the one spot. I'm going to need to bring some dirt for some terraforming. But I want to kind of spread it out. I want to have like a building dedicated to the macerators and another one dedicated to a compressor and so on and so forth. So that's going to happen there. I'm going to need to plan some roads and terraform a bit, which I can't do because I don't have any dirt. But for now, let's just go put some stuff in, see if we can start generating some power. Actually, let's take that one out. We want to go about here somewhere. Yeah, that looks about good. Actually, pretty much right on these dots is the center of this chunk. And if I can keep it relatively contained, then I'll only need to load an extra 2 chunks. One for the power, one for the the wherever I go macerating. Yeah, so how much room do I need for a power station? I'm going to need, well, the manager needs the thermopile to be close, and that's going to be sucking stuff out of here and putting it into here, and any other generators that I make. I suppose it all comes down to how many generators I want, doesn't it? I haven't really thought about this much. But, let's see. Alright, so if we make this the power station, then we can have quite a few generators. But I don't think we're going to need that many, looking at it now. I might put some of these bits and pieces in, and see if we can reduce the size of this a little bit. And I think all the cabling might actually go underground for moving the power between buildings. But then again, we'll see. Maybe I will have it, you know, arcing out of the roof and going into a different building somewhere. We'll have to see what it looks like. Okay, here's my idea for the moment. I'm gonna need a door on this side somewhere. Probably there. I think I'm gonna start off with 3 generators, and each generator can have a battery box. As you can see, they'll be spread out pretty evenly. And the battery boxes will all be connected on top with this glass fiber cable. And they'll be fed out the back of the building to some other sort of storage. I'm thinking maybe, what are they, not the MFSU, whatever the next one down is. The MFSU is the biggest one. That's just an MFE, okay. An MFE, which I have the resources for. Actually, I'm going to need more redstone. Okay, so we feed it to these things out the back here. That'll be the storage. And then from there, we can pass the power onto the other buildings. And that way the generators can build up, you know, lots and lots of spare power. And hopefully I'll never run out. Hopefully. And at the moment I've got this manager just feeding in a loop because, as you probably saw, the charcoal just kind of filled up the pipe and then went back, and then when it needed one it sent a whole bunch more, and it was just getting really bad. So this isn't really helping much because it's just continuously working. So eventually I'm going to stop it from doing this. But maybe I'll put the manager underneath instead so it doesn't have so far to travel. I just thought I'd like to see what it looked like with the pipes going over the top. The tubes, sorry, tubes, not pipes. So that's what I did. Alright, I need to make some concrete, the MCM stone, so I can fill in the rest of this building. I had to take a short break from building stuff. I was about to get into the machines when I realized I had no redstone. So I went caving and I silk touched a whole bunch of stuff. We have 18 diamond ore, some of which I'd found before and marked, but my waypoints were gone. I'm not even going to bother counting the nickelite, there's heaps of that. Heaps of redstone. One single sapphire. And a bunch of, I think they're called green sapphires in this one. And lapis. Just a little bit of lapis, the rest of it I just dug out normally. Anyway, I have a brand new Fortune 3 pick. And I want to see how much stuff I get. Here I go. Apparently I've got too much stuff to carry. One single sapphire, so Fortune didn't do anything there. 2 stacks and 5 of lapis. Can I pick up all this now? No, I can't. 31 diamonds is nice. 22 green sapphires, 53 coal. And still too much nickelite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stacks, 7 redstone. And I think, no, I missed some. Okay, I think that's all the nickelite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 stacks, 39. Wow. Not bad. Oh yeah, I've got all the markers turned back on again. I've had them turned off for a while. But I turned them on because of those things. I came across that zombie spawner while I was down in the caves, because I was caving under the original area. And it was already raided. It had been torched up and everything, and there was no marker on it. And around the corner from that is where I found most of the redstone and the diamonds. And I'm standing around going, I remember this, why don't I have the diamond waypoint that I put here? So I turned them all on and saw it wasn't there, and I was like, I must have lost them at some point. But anyway, now I need to make a macerator and a compressor. And a few more ender pouches, actually. Alright, I've got most of the things I need. I just killed a blue scorpion who was hanging around and he gave me this tail. So I get all the way here, start placing a few blocks in and realise I haven't actually given you a tour yet of what I've done. So we've got this slot here which is currently empty. I think I'm going to put an extractor building on this side. I don't have an extractor built yet. Obviously power stations here. I've got an idea for the roof, but I'm not building that yet. That will probably be next time, in an awesome time-lapse video. Following the road to the back, coal processing. This is going to be where it splits coal into the, what's it called again? The one that makes the creosote oil, the coke oven, and macerating. Over here we have a charging shed. I've got a good plan for that one, but that can come later. One of the very late game things of IC2 is making diamonds. That's going to go here. And from what I see, that's actually quite a long process, so I'm reserving this entire side for that. Over this side, this one here is the recycling center. I'm going to put a recycler in there and get rid of all of those seeds that I don't need. And this is my personal macerating and compressing shed, where I started placing the macerator and the compressor, which are connected to these bat boxes which have glass fiber cable running all the way over to the cable here. Actually, I can get down there and show you. This one. It runs all the way across the back, and I dug a couple of tunnels and then I chose the one at the back. And it comes in there. Alright. It occurs to me the only thing that I don't have that I'm going to need are gates. I don't have any gates to pull things out of the macerator or the compressor. I have the pipes for it, but not the gate. So I'll have to get those later. So the idea is, I'll put these down first. We're going to have a grey and a light grey. Actually, I can get rid of that. Off it goes. The grey input and the light grey input. Obviously I can't do that one. That one's fine. So I need to come up with another one for the macerator. Maybe I could put red on the end. Do I have any red flowers out here? Easily accessed, convenient, red. No, I've got yellow ones. I'll do that later. Actually, there's one just there. I'll grab that one. And once I've got this up and running, I can macerate some blaze rods, of which I have 21. I'm not actually counting the 64 that it requires to stock up the DSU. Actually, I think it needs 66 because of the 2 spots at the top. So I don't count those, because if I take too many out, then the DSU starts screwing up my system. That'll do. Okay, so this is going to be compressor, and this is going to be macerator. And I've got all of this stuff. Managers, thermopiles, full battery boxes, water and lava. And these pipes, that's what I was looking for. See, these ones go here into this white-red chest, which is the same output as the furnaces. So I don't need multiples for that. Actually, that one was right, that one's wrong. And that's where the gates go when I make them. Now, the manager needs to go into these tubes. Where did they go? Tubes need to go into the top of the machines. And then, say I put the manager here, the battery box would be there, so the thermopile's there, and the liquid's up there. That should work. Thermopile, battery box, manager, ender chests. Yeah, okay. I think I can do it this way. Yep. Which one's this? That's the grey, so that's the dark grey. Battery box, thermopile. Cool. Same on this side. Battery box, thermopile. Then I need to put the liquids in. I don't have anything to hold the liquids there. Where's my bag of blocks? I think it's this one. Alright, let's just go with some of these. Actually, might need a few more. I know I've got a crafting bench here somewhere. There it is. Oh, that's MCM stone too. That's the wrong one. That's this stuff. We want... I don't have any regular stone, that's all stone too. Okay, well, I guess we'll go with this. Because I couldn't be bothered waiting on things to smelt into smooth stone. There we go. So it needs something to sit on, which can be those ones. And then it needs to be held in place, which will be those ones. Okay. So if it's going to be here, sit on there. Actually, let's put the lava on this side. There. So now, all I need is the gates, and then this is done. Oh, and the ender pouches. So yeah, the idea is basically the same, exactly the same as this. And I think when I finally get around to making my workshop, so a place where I go to make things all the time, I can just have ender chests and I don't need to rely on the pouches. And if I need to cook stuff, I can throw it into a chest. That'll work. Why is that one facing... Oh, well, it doesn't matter. It's just cool that that's got the light on the front, but that one doesn't. Oh well. Now as for lighting in these rooms, at the moment a couple of torches, but we've got the half slabs on the floor so things won't spawn. I'm going to put some glass in the window. But I want to use the Luma lightings from... Oops, get rid of that. The ones that use this stuff. Yeah, these things, the lamps and fixtures. Maybe even the cage lamps. But yeah, I can do that now actually, that I've got the redstone. But not just yet. Cool, so there we go. Now I can get to work on the advanced machine blocks while the gates are being made. Alright, we've got coal macerating. We have mixed metal ingots compressing. This is a mix of refined iron, bronze, which is copper and tin. 3 of each, which gives you 2 of these, and 1 of those compresses into an advanced alloy. And this stuff here I need to combine like this to get these, and then 2 of those make that, and then I need to compress that. And that will give me 1 carbon sheet, and I need 2 of those sheets for a thingy that I'm making, advanced machine block. I also need actual machine blocks, which is what these are for, which I can't make in here. Oh well. I haven't got the gates going yet because I didn't know how long I was going to be over here. But that's okay because I'm over here anyway. I don't need them to automatically go in there yet. So I'm going to sit here and wait for these to be done and put the things together, which is just like this pretty much. The block goes in the middle, the plates on the side, and the alloys on the top and bottom. But I'm going to make those and then go back over to the apartments and put the blocks in, and we can see what it looks like. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 advanced machine blocks, making a pretty interesting looking bar. Good choice, Surge Monkey.